Well, I'm here again with my friend Roger, and we are practicing social distancing. It's very windy out here today, and I'm getting a little bit of laryngitis. So that you can hear me.
That's from the smoke in the fireplace.
That's from the smoke. We had a beautiful fire here this morning. They kindly started that. But my buddy, Roger, you've met him before, is here to help us give us some tips on how he would style some of these new plants in the Southern Living Plant Collection. And of all of the new introductions, and there are many, and you guys put these, we've said it 100 times, especially now in the gardening and the nursery industry, if you want something, you get it as soon as you can find it, or you get on a wait list, or you make sure to request it first thing next spring when these will be available. And definitely I would put, this is my favorite of all the new introductions.
I agree with that.
This Diamond Spire
Yes.
Gardenia. Oh my gosh, look at this.
I like that it's a single flower too. I think the bloom
It
is
looks
pretty.
a little bit like their Scent Amazing, the flower on Scent Amazing, but look at this plant form. Oh my gosh, Roger, talk to me about this.
Well, I love the shape of the leaves. I love this little whorl of leaves.
I do too.
It's just such a pretty plant without any flowers on it. It's really tight and compact, and it is columnar, naturally.
Yeah.
So I think that's just pretty awesome.
And it says here it's only going to get 3 to 4 feet high, 2 feet wide. Oh, and it's hardy down to 0. Okay, so great, and great for pot culture. So talk to me a little bit about this ensemble you have going here.
Well, this has kind of a nice formality to it, but I like it because it's not like perfectly, OCD trimmed.
Right.
That's my kind of formality.
Yeah.
But so it just kind of screams to be in a pot.
Yeah, I think it does too.
The plant this size right now, I think, is a pretty good proportion for this pot. But ideally, we'd want a larger pot. As the plant grows, it's going to need more room.
Yeah.
This pot would have to be watered so often in the summer
right.
that it wouldn't be healthy for the plant or the gardener to be doing that much
and
watering.
especially gardenias, where I think the nutrients would really leach out pretty quickly. You'd get some of this leaf yellowing. So I'd add some holly tone, some acidic amendments to make it happy. This also screams to me flanking a front.
Right. Again, the
door.
symmetry of that would be great.
Yeah, it's just beautiful, and I think being in a taller pot, I think would be good. So,
Definitely.
So talk about the rest of this little composition here.
These Japanese anemones, the fall blooming anemones, I think would be great if they were planted in the ground. Of course, they're going to be about this tall and kind of billowy. So I would, if I were using this, I'd probably put the anemones behind this, so that they're spilling out to the sides, but you still see the architecture of the pot and the plant in front.
So you would then set the pot in the border itself. I love that.
In the border itself, or on the edge of
the patio,
or a walkway or something like that.
Is this Honorine Chaubert?
It is, yes.
Yeah, I love that.
I like the white on white combination with the gardenia.
I do too.
Because this is a rebloomer, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's a rebloomer.
Yes.
So. But then if you wanted to go with, say, maybe September Charm, the pink Japanese anemone, it'd be a gorgeous combination too.
Very, very
And
sweet.
since we're getting into fall and pansy and viola blooming time, planting time, this little pot, whether these are in the bed or in another pot, these little violas, and there was just something about the scale of these leaves that I thought a viola was a little more appropriate than a
especially
than
if
a
these are
pansy.
blooming
Right.
simultaneously, that little hint of yellow in all of these flowers, because I have had some gardenias this fall. And actually, it gets so hot in the summertime that sometimes it puts out more blooms in the fall than it does in the summer. So you were talking about a pink and white montage, and you're getting ready to do this at a client's, because tell me about this Encore Azalea.
Well, the Encore
you picked
Azalea,
up.
this color, this sort of lavender color, it's Autumn Majesty azalea, and I love the color of it. And we have a client that we're working with, and their house is kind of an olive green.
Ooh.
And so there's, it's kind of interesting that it's like a pure pink.
Wouldn't
looks,
work.
Yeah, it looks kind of sick compared to that. But this, I think, will really pop in front of that backdrop. So, and we were dealing with some shade, some dappled shade. So I think it'll be ideal growing conditions for that. But even within this combination, the fall blooming season of the Encore azalea should coincide with, should overlap the Japanese anemone, and then it's
and
still
the violas,
and it's still still be blooming when it it's a little. You could put the violas in a little earlier to make sure that everything's nice and fresh.
Right. So what we
azaleas.
see here is a twofer. It's both autumn and it's spring.
Right.
And then this will bloom and continue to look brilliant. It's got brilliant form, not only for now, but really even in the winter. I think the Encore azalea foliage and the branching of it, I think, is even pretty in the winter.
Well,
so,
and the contrast, but it's a little softer, kind of dull
more matte,
leaf instead
leaf.
of the shiny leaf, and different color, different shape. So the contrast between the leaf color and form and the form of the two plants, I think, is nice.
Yes.
This is a little looser.
Yeah.
So it contrasts nicely with this. And like you said, with the exception of the Japanese anemones, this is going to be a repeat show next spring.
Yeah, and even more grand.
Right.
Because
you have better bloom in the spring, and then the violas will still be thriving and blooming next spring.
So let's talk a little bit about when you feed your Encore azaleas and when you feed your violas and pansies and stuff, both in spring and fall. So you're the expert.
Well, usually with the violas and the pansies, they're fed when they're planted, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, so we don't worry about that.
Now,
but we make sure that there's good soil preparation and they're growing in the ideal soil.
Well, Roger
condition.
is much better about soil prep than I am. So I admit that in the spring, I give my pansies and violas a jolt of a liquid fertilizer.
Okay.
To
What do you use?
really get them going. Sometimes I'll use like a manure tea, or I love all of the Espoma line of products. So anything that just will really give them a kickstart. If they're in a pot and I don't care about being organic, then I might use Miracle Grow or something like that. But sometimes in Oklahoma, they look a little bit laggard and a little bit tired after the winter. So I like to give them something to kind
And sometimes they need a little bit of a haircut in the spring if we've had a tough winter.
Yes, absolutely. And they get a little bit leggy. Sometimes even in the fall, they get a little bit leggy. So, and the same thing with the Encore azaleas, because they bloom in the spring, they bloom again in the fall. And it's a wonderful dynamic going.
Right.
So
one of the things I like with the azaleas is, again, the soil preparation. So generally I'm going to add peat moss and pecan hulls when I'm planting them and preparing the soil, and then I'll mulch it with pine straw. The pine straw, because the azaleas have a shallow, fibrous root system that dries out really, really quickly. And so not going to do well in Oklahoma City clay soil.
No. However, what's nice about them is if it gets enough sun, because they require a little more sun to bloom, I've discovered. And they do also, I think, require getting established to put out really heavy bloom in the beds. But is that you can plant them under the canopy of trees, high dappled shade, so they get some light, because their root system is shallow. So if you're like me and you're always competing with root competition from big trees or other shrubs and things, then it's very helpful to have something that doesn't require a really deep, big hole.
But the pine straw mulch, I think, gives a nice, as it's breaking down, it gives a nice texture to the soil. It adds acidity to the soil, and it just seems to be a nice insulating layer for the roots.
I usually use pecan hulls simply because I find them a little bit easier to find. Is there a commercial source for pine straw if you don't have it naturally? In the southeast, I'm sure they're abundant.
Yeah, in the southeast, I can't imagine anybody selling it.
No. But in our part of the country, not so much. It's kind of one of those things that's kind of prized.
There was a locally owned garden center here that used to sell it in little bales, like little hay bales.
Yeah.
And somebody told me the other day that they didn't find it there. We
Yeah.
buy ours through a wholesaler.
The other thing is just really nursery products in general. There are so many more people gardening during COVID now. 16 million more gardeners
Oh,
since
really?
COVID
Wow.
began in the United States. Yes. So many people, and it's wonderful for our independent nurseries, all of our garden centers. It's just wonderful, and I love the fact, because you and I are kind of evangelists for gardening, and I'm just
Definitely.
so thrilled that so many people are getting into gardening, and it makes it easier when you're dealing with really good, reliable plants that you know are custom tailored for the South and for our gardening zones. So this is number one on my list of plants. We're using these in a job someplace else that Roger's working on, but I
These
am
are going
definitely
next to a hot tub.
next. Oh, are they really?
Yeah, so that they'll be able to enjoy the fragrance while they're sitting and soaking in the hot tub.
But Roger and I have this on our
Yes.
our lust list
Right,
for next
right.
year. Thank you, Roger.
Did you want to talk about the banana?
How about we save that for
Okay.
another day?
Definitely.